Okay, picture this. You're a gym buff. You live for the adrenaline rush, the feeling of your muscles working hard, and the satisfaction of hitting new personal records. You love lifting heavy, pushing your limits, and seeing just how far you can go. Every day is a new challenge, a new opportunity to grow stronger. You started with a simple home gym. It was modest but functional, just enough to get you started on your fitness journey. A few dumbbells, a trusty barbell, and a small bench. You were good to go, making the most out of what you had, but as you get stronger, you need more weight. You outgrow your equipment. Suddenly, those initial weights feel too light and you crave more resistance to keep progressing. That's kind of like what happens with websites and apps when they get popular. They start small with just enough resources to get by. In the tech world, that growing pain is a good problem to have. It means your platform is gaining traction, attracting more users and generating more interest. It means more users, more traffic, more demand. Your servers are working overtime and your team is thrilled with the growth. But if you're not ready for it, your website or app might crash under pressure, and nobody wants that. Just like in the gym, preparation and upgrading your resources are key to handling the growth. Scaling is how we beef up our tech to handle those growing pains. Think of it like upgrading your gym to accommodate more people and heavier weights. We want our websites and apps to stay strong and snappy, even with a ton of users. Nobody likes waiting for a page to load, right? There are two main ways to scale: horizontal and vertical. Both are valid approaches, but like choosing between free weights and machines, each has pros and cons. Let's break it down. Horizontal scaling is like adding more workout stations to your gym. Instead of one super powerful server, imagine a giant, intimidating squat rack, you have multiple smaller servers working together. This spreads the workload, kind of like how having more benches means more people can work out simultaneously. Imagine a popular online game. Horizontal scaling lets them handle millions of players worldwide. Each server manages a bunch of players and they all communicate to keep the game running smoothly. If one server goes down, the others pick up the slack and players barely notice a thing. Section 4, Leveling Up the Vertical Climb. In this section, we delve into the concept of vertical scaling, a crucial strategy in the world of IT infrastructure. Vertical scaling, on the other hand, is like upgrading your existing equipment. Imagine you have a server that's already doing a good job, but you need it to handle more tasks or process data faster. Instead of adding more servers, you make your current server more powerful. This means enhancing its capabilities by adding more resources like CPU, RAM, or storage. Think of it like swapping out your standard barbell for one that can hold way more weight. Just as an athlete increases their strength by lifting heavier weights, your server becomes more robust with these upgrades. This approach works well for applications that require a lot of processing power but don't necessarily have a ton of users. It's particularly effective for tasks that are intensive but not necessarily widespread. For example, a complex scientific simulation might need a supercomputer to crunch numbers. These simulations often involve intricate calculations that demand significant computational power. Upgrading the existing system with more RAM and processing power can be more efficient than adding more servers. By focusing on enhancing a single server, you can achieve higher performance without the complexity of managing multiple machines. Section 5, Picking your battles, horizontal or vertical. This is a crucial decision for any growing business or tech infrastructure. So, which scaling method reigns supreme? Well, it depends. Each has its own set of advantages and challenges. Horizontal scaling is great for handling huge spikes in traffic, making it ideal for businesses expecting rapid growth or fluctuating demand. It offers better fault tolerance, ensuring that your system remains operational even if individual servers fail. If one server goes down, the others have your back, maintaining the overall performance and reliability of your system. Plus, it's generally easier to add more servers as your needs grow, allowing for seamless scalability without major overhauls. Vertical scaling, while simpler to implement initially, can only take you so far. It's often quicker to set up and can be cost-effective for smaller operations. However, eventually you'll hit a ceiling where you can't physically add more power to a single server, limiting your growth potential. It's also more vulnerable to downtime. If your one beefed-up server crashes, you're in trouble, as the entire system could go down. In conclusion, the choice between horizontal and vertical scaling depends on your specific needs and future growth plans. Weigh the pros and cons carefully to make the best decision for your infrastructure. Section 6. Scaling smart, your winning strategy. The key takeaway: there's no one-size-fits-all solution. The best approach often involves a combination of both horizontal and vertical scaling. Start by understanding your application's specific needs and growth patterns. Need to handle massive user growth and prioritize uptime? Horizontal scaling is your friend, dealing with computationally intensive tasks and predictable traffic. Vertical scaling might be the way to go. Whatever your scaling journey looks like, remember to plan ahead, monitor your performance, and adjust your strategy as needed. Happy scaling!